Kia ora te whānau, welcome along to today's practice, where we're going to focus on our feet. So we're going to explore some familiar yoga poses, adding some different variations with our feet to build mobility, explore our range of movement, and strengthen through the feet, ankles, and calves. So find a little space somewhere, roll out your mat, and let's get into it. Let's get straight into today's practice. So from your seat, we want to take the feet a little wider than the hips, hands come behind us. Find a nice lift of the chest and then just gently drop the knees to one side and then the other here. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And often people do this, the feet are really narrow and then they run out of room. We really want to take the feet wide enough so we can drop this knee down into the center and really get that internal rotation or the sort of rolling in of this thigh bone here. Chest is lifted, shoulders relaxed. So you're welcome to stay here for the next few moments, or to make it a little more active, fold the knees over to the left side. And then from here, or the right, doesn't matter which, we're going to take the knee that's on the inside and really start to open it, stretching, keeping the opposite knee on the ground, finding as much tension between the knees as you can. We're then going to fold the knees over to the opposite side, keep that tension, and then soften that knee down to the center. Let's go the other way. Lift the knees, stretching the space between them, really activating through the hips. Fold the knees over to the other side, keeping the tension, and then drop that knee down the center. Let's go one more time. Building tension, holding tension, and then keeping some of that tension as you drop the knee in. Chest is still lifted and tall. One more time to the other side. Keeping that tension, almost lost it there, and then fold the knee in. Then from here, we're going to take the feet about hip width apart. And we're going to lift one set of toes, really spread them wide, and then drop them down, clawing into the mat. Maybe imagining you're trying to pick up a little pencil or a pen, and then find the waves through the other foot, alternating side to side. Could be a pen or a pencil, a stationary item of your choice. Or for me, this feels like a lot of work for my poor little feet. And for many of us, we chuck our feet in shoes that are sort of soft, almost putting them in a sensory deprivation tank. So that's what I love about our yoga practice, getting the feet on the ground and exploring all the things that they can do. All right, give it a little shake. We're going to come into what we call a broken toe pose. So we're going to tuck the toes under, knees together if that feels comfortable for you, maybe helping to tuck the pinky toes under. Now, for some of us, if we're new to this position, it can feel quite intense. So you can lean forward with the fingertips on the ground to take off some of the pressure. Over time, maybe you're walking the hands on the thighs and then relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. We're just going to stay here for 5 slow breaths, inviting a beautiful stretch through the soles of the feet. Inhale through the nose. Soft exhale also out through the nose. Even if the sensation's intense, can you find a little ease in the breath, inviting that softness you find and cultivate in your breath into the body, into the shoulders? How are those 5 breaths going? Maybe you got one more. I'm going to stay for 1 full breath. Exhale. Slowly coming on out, mindfully untuck the toes. You can give them a little pitter-patter, which can feel quite nice to give the feet a little rest. We're going to find the opposite stretch here. So maybe you're simply coming into what we call Virasana or hero pose here with the toes untucked. For many of us, this will create a nice stretch through the front of the feet and maybe enough. And again, a little lean forward can help take some of that pressure off. If your feet are feeling comfortable or comfortable-ish here, you can play with fingertips to the floor, roll the shoulders back, maybe lifting the knees to increase the stretch and invite a little strengthening into this position. The spine is rounding, keep that length. And then the final option is to maybe take the hands to the knees, heart center, maybe saying a little prayer as you balance on the front of your feet. Just 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, come on down. Find your tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here, bringing some movement into the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding through the back. Shining the heart forward, drawing shoulders down and back. Exhale, sliding the ribs towards the spine. One more. And then let's take it to our first downward facing dog. Maybe hands step forward, toes tuck, hips go high. Give your dog a nice pedal, getting heavy through the heels. Really noticing those foot contacts here. And then can you maybe soften the knees generously, thinking belly towards the thighs. And then try and lift as high as you can onto the toes. And then drop the heels, maybe lengthening the legs. Again, they don't have to straighten all the way. Lifting up onto your tippy toes. Dropping the heels down, big stretch through the calves. One more time. And then let's tippy toe all the way to the front of our mat to find our forward fold. Let the head go heavy, hands can slide to shins. Inhale, lift to a beautiful flat back, feet pressing into the floor. Exhale to fold. Tuck the chin, inhale, rise all the way up, reach hands to sky. Exhale, find a little reset. To just bring some awareness into the body, moving a little bit more dynamically before we flow through our sequence, we'll find some swings. So take the feet around hip width apart. I like to soften or micro bend my knees here, really feeling those foot contacts. Finding the base of the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. So when I mean the base of the toe, I don't mean the actual toe itself. I mean where the toe meets the foot here. Don't look at my dirty feet. My dirty feet. So we find that triangle base of big toe, little toe, heel. Soften the knees, long spine. Reach the hands to the sky, inhale, and then with an exhale through the nose or mouth, we just find a swing. Inhale, reach up, strong core. Exhale, let it go. A few more here, just moving with your breath. Letting maybe something go from the day, finding a big reach and a release. Let's go 3 more. I always feel this is one of those movements I never know that I need until I do it. And I was like, oh, that feels good. All right, next time you come on up, circle the hands down and back. Let's find a little flow, bringing awareness into the feet, playing with some balance, and most importantly, having some fun. For this one, let's take the feet either together or hip width apart for our chair pose. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sink into your chair. Now you can stay here, or to invite the feet to the party, we lift the heels, reach the arms behind us, coming into hummingbird or sometimes called drinking bird. Ooh, shoulder blades squeeze, again pressing through base of the big toe and the little toe. Drop the heels down, stork pose, inhale, lifting the right knee to the chest. And then exhale, you're going to turn to the right, challenging our balance. Left foot presses into the floor. Again, knee can micro bend. Inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, twisted lunge. Step the foot long behind you, turn to the left, and then lower the knees. Hovering off the ground, or you can touch down if you need a little more support today. 2 more times between these shapes. Drive through the left foot. Inhale, right knee lifts. Toes can always be to the ground. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale through center, step back. Exhale, twisted lunge to the left. One more time with your breath. Balance, stability, landing on those railroad tracks versus a tightrope here. You can stay. Reach the arms wide, flip the palm and reverse. Inhale, reach fingers to sky. Ooh, there's my balance. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. 3-legged dog, sweep left leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, point the toes and land the top of the foot on your mat here. So now we're stretching through the front of the foot. This doesn't feel good? Just take your traditional down dog. 3 planks, tuck the chin, inhale, ripple into a plank. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, hips go up and back, stretching the front of that left foot if you're taking that option. 2 more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one, inhale here, we take it into a vinyasa. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway down. Right toes untucked. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog if you feel ready. Squeeze the butt. Exhale, push up to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts.
Exhale, find your scorpion, bend the knee, open the hips, really point the toes here. Inhale, big squeeze of the glutes, opening the pelvis. Exhale, step the foot forward, drop the right heel. Cartwheel 2, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, sink into your warrior. So back leg straight and strong. Knee over ankle, a great place to start. Hands can reach wide. Now you can stay here, or to bring a little bit more work into the ankle, foot, and calf, we can lift the heel, maybe a little, maybe a lot. This is like you're going to open up some space in the hips, so maybe you try and drop a little lower, exploring, seeing how this feels. This modified warrior 2. Flip the palm, drop the heel, reverse triangle. Inhale, straighten left leg, maybe flexing toes to face. Exhale, warrior 2, optional heel lift. Inhale, reverse, big stretch through the side body. Exhale, warrior 2. One more time, inhale, really flex the toes to the face as you reach. And then exhale, pivot on the back foot, hands frame the front foot, runner's lunge. Keep breathing as you hop into a forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, sweep hands to sky. Exhale, hands down the midline to heart, straight into the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Utkatasana chair pose, sink back into that chair. Spine is long, knees driving forward. Optional heel lift. Hummingbird, hands sweep behind, palms face down. Long spine, maybe looking a couple of meters in front of you to keep the neck long. When you're ready, drop the heel, left leg lifts. Inhale, hands to heart for stalk. Exhale, turn to the left. Shoulders down. Can you feel that left shoulder blade drawing in towards the spine? 3 twisted lunges. Inhale here. Exhale, step back, turn, and lower down, maybe hovering the knee. Inhale, step into stalk. Exhale, rotate your stalk. Inhale through center. Step, exhale, lowering down, maybe trying to keep the chest nice and tall versus leaning. One more time. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, step back and lower. Option to reach the arms. Stay here or flip your palms. Inhale, reverse your twisted lunge. Big stretch from that back knee to the hand. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Sweep the right leg up and back. Inhale, point the toes. And then exhale again. Option to land top of the foot on the mat. Inhale, ripple into your strong plank. Exhale, down dog. Big stretch through front of the foot and ankle. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale, take it into a vinyasa. Lower through chaturanga all the way or halfway. Left toes untuck. Inhale to your cobra or up dog. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Point the toes again. Exhale to your scorpion. Straight arms. Lock out the elbows. Press into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, stepping the foot up. Drop the left heel in. Cartwheel, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, ground into your foundation. Again, your option. Right heel lifts. Maybe opening space to explore your range in the hips. Keeping this knee open by squeezing this right glute. Little flow. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse triangle with an optional toe lift. Exhale, warrior 2. Maybe with a heel lift. 2 more with your breath now. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, pivot on the back foot. Hands frame the front foot. Step into forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, lift to your flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, release into your mountain. Give it a shake. So we're going to go through our sequence one more time, adding a couple of extra options for those who want it. So you can stay with our chair pose or join me for a cheeky toe squat. Feet together or hip width apart. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands land to heart. You can sink back into your chair or inhale here. Lift the heels. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Bending the knees, letting them come forward. Keeping base of big toe and little toe pressing. Maybe stopping some way along the journey or
Maybe the hips end up landing on the heels. What goes down must come up. The opposite of the usual saying, but here it's true. So we've got to go up slowly. I know we want to rush this. Wherever you are, start to rise slowly, keeping tension in the quads, crown to the sky. As you arrive, lift the heels. Maybe reach the hands to the sky, and then we meet in chair pose if you were already here. Nice work. Stork. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, turn. Your option is to extend the leg, drawing the toes to the sky, building strength in the quad. Let's find our twisted lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, big step back, turn, and lower. 2 more. Inhale to stork. Twist. As you exhale, maybe extending the leg. Inhale to bend, step. Exhale, twisted lunge. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, balance. Being challenged sufficiently today for me. How about you? Inhale here. Exhale, step back, twist. Option to reach again. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands come down, framing the foot. 3-legged dog. Sweep it up and back. Inhale, point toes. Exhale, land the top of the foot on the mat. Now you can stay here or join me trying to tuck both toes. This can feel intense, so be mindful. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Maybe untuck the right toes. Exhale, down dog with both or one set of toes tucked. Ooh, that's a good stretch. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, up and back. One final time. Inhale. Exhale here. And then take it into your flow. The great thing here, if both toes are tucked, you can just lower. And you don't even need to worry about rolling over those toes. We meet in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, step the foot forward, drop the back heel. Cartwheel, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, sink into the hips. Optional heel lifts. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse warrior, maybe toes to nose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Hop the back foot in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more round. Optional, chair pose, or inhale, heels lift. Exhale, journey into your toe squat. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I don't know why the Jaws theme is in my head. You can choose a cinematic soundtrack of your choice for your chair pose or for your toe squat. Let's come up slowly, slowly. I know we want to rush it. I know the sensations can feel challenging. Let's reach. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Sink into your chair. Left knee lifts. Inhale for stork. Exhale to twist. Option to extend that left foot. Sole of the foot reaches in front of you. Inhale, come back to center. Big step back. Exhale, twisted lunge. 2 more. Inhale to rise. Twist, exhale, extend the leg. With your breath now, trust yourself. So quiet. As you arrive, hands can reach, flip the palms, reverse, inhale. Exhale, touch down, back to down dog. Inhale, reach behind you. Exhale, top of the foot lands on the mat. Your choice, no toes tucked, 1 foot tucked, or both. As you inhale, find plank, maybe untuck left toes. Exhale, back to down dog. Oh yeah, 2 more. Inhale here. Strong core, exhale, only coming as high as feels good for you. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, up, and then we take it into our flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, slow descent. Inhale, front body stretch. Exhale, down dog. Let's finish our sequence on this side. Right leg lifts, inhale. Take it into your scorpion on the exhale. Breathe in, dropping the left heel heavy. Exhale, step forward. Left heel in.
Breathe in, big windmill to find warrior two. Exhale, sink on in, optional heel lifts. Flip the palm, use the inhale to reverse straight, strong left leg. Keep that strength as you exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, ground down. Last one, inhale, reverse. Exhale, runner's lunge. Front of your mat, hop into your forward fold. Last time, inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach and rise. Hands to heart center, exhale, reset. Heel toe the feet wide, maybe toes spill off your mat. Inhale here. And then exhale, soften down into your yogi squat. Maybe forearms to thighs, maybe heels lift, maybe heels lower in your malasana. Finding a beautiful lift through the spine. Now, often when we take our malasana, especially if the heels are coming down, the foot might be collapsing inwards. So can you be mindful of this mound, this base of the little toe? And if the feet are coming in, really press through that outer edge too. Actively open the knees. Maybe the elbows guide the knees out. Feeling that lovely foot contact on that triangle, base of big toe, little toe, and heel. When you're ready, you can reach the hands behind you, take a seat, and maybe back to those windshield wipers to just flush out through the hips, bring a bit of movement in. You can find a comfortable seat of your choice to close our practice here. I'm going to go for that Virasana, that hero pose once again for that nice stretch through the tops of the feet. You can choose your Sukhasana, your easy cross-legged position, or any seat of your choice. Jump straight into our practice today. So let's just take a few moments at the end of our practice. You can soften the gaze or close the eyes. Maybe resting one hand on the chest, one on the lower belly. Let's just connect into our breath. Really observing the rise and fall with the inhale and the exhale. Let the shoulders be soft. Let any expression just melt away from the face. And an opportunity to bring a little gratitude into the mind. May sound a little weird, but we can be grateful for our feet, for supporting us day to day, always doing the hard work, and they don't often get as much love or attention as some of our other body parts. Love a good shoulder massage, but what about the feet? So you can thank your feet for everything they've done for you during your practice today, and maybe for your entire day. The eyes are closed. You can gently flutter them open whenever you're ready. Have a beautiful one. We'll see you again soon. Mate wa whānau. I hope you enjoyed today's sequence with a focus on the feet, but of course integrating the entire body here. If you did enjoy it, please like, add a comment, let us know how you went on, and subscribe. Anything you want to see in the future, just let us know. We're more than happy to take requests for our videos. Have a beautiful day. Mate wa whānau. Thank you.